We proceed and now invite ACDP, the Honorable Thring.
Honorable House Chairperson, the ACDP is aware that the Public Works and Infrastructure Department, with a budget of 8.34 billion in the 21-22 financial year, is one of the key departments mandated to implement economic reforms to create sustainable jobs, while simultaneously overseeing the management of the 100 billion infrastructure fund by the Development Bank of South Africa. This certainly is a huge ask. The ACDP warned that a harsh lockdown to combat the COVID-19 pandemic would increase unemployment in the country. This consequentially made the task of the expanded public works program, which requires a full third of the budget, more difficult to achieve. The EPWP was established to create work opportunities while creating and maintaining infrastructure. One of their prescripts is to use labor-intensive methods, thereby drawing on a significant number of participants into the program. However, this is not a long-term solution, either to the unemployment problem that we have or to increasing the South African skills base. The project is focused on short-term or temporary employment and on relatively unskilled labor-intensive requirements. In its current format, this budget will need to continue increasing at the expense of the very people it wishes to help. This may explain some of the constraints identified by the project, where this has become a top-down enforcement of policy on municipalities and provinces, where incentives are needed to maximize their employment creation efforts. The ACDP realizes that improved long-term employment opportunities need a simultaneous focus on upskilling and on increasing employment opportunities. This cannot be limited to government alone. And so the way to do this is to create an enabling environment through a professional and streamlined public service with less bureaucratic tape, good education, and vocational training relevant to global trends and technological advances. In this regard, the ACDP recommends that the expanded public works program expands its focus to training, thereby having a long-term benefit for the participants as well as for the construction industry. A second concern of the ACDP cannot be ignored by this department is the worrying lack of competency in safety audits of state property. In mid-April, the Charlotte Maxeke Hospital saw massive fire damage exacerbated by numerous shortcomings and failures amongst the equipment and policies for a fire response. This, despite having received a clean audit the previous week. There are 3 other hospitals in Gauteng alone that suffered fire damage, as well as other government buildings such as the Bank of Lisbon in Johannesburg, not forgetting the fire in the Parliament precinct. As the custodian and portfolio manager of government's immovable assets, this department must put in place safety mechanisms to resolve this threat to our assets, the safety of government employees, and the South African public working at or visiting these sites. In conclusion, the ACDP wishes all a blessed Africa Day. Thank you, Chair.